Here we have Desi, and you can see that she's getting a nice body line here. One of the biggest things that I see we need to address here is her breathing. So on the follow-up, we've still got that arm drop string breathing. We have a lot cleaner entry. You can see fewer bubbles here. When she lifts her head, her arm goes all the way through. So we're going to have to address that. And I think once we get the head sorted out with the breathing, that the need to kick will go down and we'll be getting the kick reduced. So above the water, in our first video, we see that there's a lot more splash. That arm trailing, coming out of the water, pulling all that water with it, is something we can address with an elbow exit. So using your elbow to lift your hand out of the water instead of bringing your hand out of the water will let it come out cleaner and less drag in the water. So here we have a lot less splash at the front part of the stroke. So that means we're getting a cleaner entry here. Every time you do see a splash, that's where the bicep is hitting the water and pushing it forward, which is a braking action. So we need to work on the arms a bit and on the breathing. And this is the first video as well, so you can see that the arms kind of come in front of the head and the elbows drop as the stroke goes in. Here the elbows are staying higher, so instead of dropping down above the water, you can see that that's part of the reason your splash is disappearing. So if we start to let those elbows lead the stroke instead of the hand, you're going to see a lot cleaner movement here with just straight tracks. So the first video here, you have a nice wide stroke, so having that nice wideness gives you a lot more power in the water. You can see on breathing that your head goes up and the arm comes down, and the bubbles at the entry here. So we should see an improvement here as we did see a cleaner entry. So fewer bubbles. Still see that head and arm connection. So with that being said, if we can work on your breathing and keeping those arms in position during breathing, that's going to make a huge difference. Here's your first swim video we took. So not as much propulsion there, a lot more work. Here's the updated video. Your body has a much nicer line here, and you can see you're actually getting that core to give you a lot more power. It's a good job.